And with that, the game has begun. We see both jammers hitting the pack hard, working to get through, but it'll be Bramble, our lead jammer for Crooked River. First jam of the game. Maddie's up towards the top of the pack, working their way through, as Bramble comes up behind, ready to score.
Bramble sneaks through.
Oh, we have Maddie out as well. Both jammers racing around the track. First 4 points of the game up on the board. Oh, Bramble finding a nice,
and calls off the jam.
Nice hole there on the inside line.
Very nice.
Jets were able to score 1 point though, Jets having points up on the board.
Looks like Sweet and Sour and Cat Castle will be the jammers for this next go around the track. Sweet and Sour making her way in through the inside and breaks away.
Oh, Cat Castle sneaking through on the inside though, almost at the same time. Sweet and Sour coming around on a scoring pass.
Heads to the outside.
Almost knocked down, but manages to stay inbounds there on the outside line and
Gets
through the pack.
Nice.
Cat Castle being held up on the back of the pack, knocked to the inside, and the jam is called off. Crooked River able to hold the Jets at 1 point in that jam. Oh, maybe not. Nope, I'm just slow to the draw. That's 3 points up on the board there for Jets.
This next round, we have Hello Gritty and High Risk as your jammers. Gritty heads to the inside, trying to squeak through that wall, and takes a bump.
High Risk being successfully contained there in the back, but working their way through just wheel by wheel.
Gritty trying to make her way outside.
Both walls doing a nice job containing those jammers as they work to skate side to side to get through the pack.
Solid defense from both teams here.
Gritty up towards the front, knocked to the inside, back just a little bit.
And now back to the outside, and here we go. Gritty out and about.
High Risk still being contained on the back of the pack, but we have Gritty through, scoring 4 easy points for Crooked River.
She comes up on the back of the pack again. Toe stop and sneaks through for 4 more. Gritty goes around again.
High Risk skating up towards the inside.
And Gritty around again. After that initial challenge to get through, Gritty's been making the rounds. Nice toe stop move, and she gets around. Oh.
Nice job there by number 30, containing Gritty on the outside.
Yep.
Same with number 24. Nice job, Rochester. Oh, and High Risk is through the pack on the initial pass. That was a great jam there for our Crooked River team.
Yep. Well done. And great defense on both sides.
Dolly Effect is going to be jamming against Bramble.
Right? Oh, Dolly Effect, you're right.
Bramble using some fast feet there, going to the ins and the outs to split the pack, and will get through with a nice little hop over the apex.
There goes Bramble.
Dolly Effect, though, also out on an initial pass. Oh, Bramble being called off on a penalty. This will be a power jam. This jam will go that full 2 minutes. Nice job there by number 6, running back Wookie Mistake on the outside. All right, we see Dolly Effect through, scoring 4 points. Bramble's back out on the track, ready to score. Oh, that was not considered a scoring pass there for Bramble, but this next one will be.
Dolly Effect back out again. I'm not quite sure.
Here goes Bramble scoring 4 points, but after Dolly Effect has already scored 4 as well. Nice effort there by number 6 on Rochester, holding Bramble, slowing her down. Dolly Effect through with a nice little juke move there on the outside.
And Bramble sneaks through.
Both walls ready to catch their jammers. Nice run back there by Glitter. And that was the 2-minute jam. Great scoring jam for both of our teams out there. We'll let the scoreboard catch up.
And Sweet and Sour and Maddie will be the next 2 jammers for Crooked River and Rochester, respectively.
Jam is on. Both jammers skating to the opposite side of the track to try to get through, but are successfully contained by those walls. Not for long, though. We have a lead jammer here for Rochester.
Maddie out in front.
Sweet and Sour right behind, though.
Sweet and Sour working that inside and outside and makes it around.
Nice spins there, but Crooked River Jammer is being called off the track on a penalty.
So Maddie's your lead jammer.
Another power jam here for Rochester. Crooked River while choosing to take the front. Nice catch with that Crooked River wall. Stitches holding the jammer back there for just a second and has caught them again. Maddie through on a scoring pass.
Maddie coming up on the inside, makes that move to the outside and back in.
Some great offense there for Rochester.
Yep.
Distracting our Crooked River wall. Still 20 seconds left to score in this jam.
Walls are setting back up. And Maddie calls off the jam. Solid jam by Maddie there, scoring some points. Rochester pulling back up near just under that 10-point mark.
They are really shrinking that gap.
Yep.
Out there next on the jam line, we have Cat Castle and Strawberry Pound Cake. Cat Castle choosing to take the outside, working our way through. Strawberry Pound Cake swooping from the out to the in, but Cat Castle will be through first. Strawberry pound cake through as well. Both jammers coming around on a scoring pass.
Walls are setting up.
Stitches out there, I think that was, with some nice blocking, but not quite enough to hold back our Rochester jammer.
And Castle calls off the jam.
I think we have brought that gap down to less than 10 points there. Crooked River sitting at 42, Jets with 34.
Bramble's our lead jammer for Crooked River, and Among Us up for the Jets. Bramble heads on the inside, sneaks through, and is your jammer out in front.
It really kind of looked like Bramble flew for a moment there.
It's true. Among Us having a rough time getting through, but Bramble makes her way around for 4 points.
Bramble working through the inside, went down, made the good choice, I think, to skate back behind the other wall. Among Us being successfully contained, but is getting a little bit of offense there from their team. Almost enough to make it through, but Given Stitches said, not today. Nice run back there, too, by Wookie.
Bramble sneaks out and through for another 4.
Wookie doing a lot of running back in this game. Nice job. Nice block there on the outside. That was by Among Us. Nice job, Among Us.
High risk pushing against that Crooked River wall.
Okay, that direction call was enough to get Bramble through as that wall went down to 3.
High risk still trying to get through that wall.
Bramble having a lot of success on that inside line today. I want to hand it to the Crooked River wall in that jam. Nice job, especially with Given Stitches and Wookie working as a team to contain the jammer.
Wookie bringing that line back. Beautiful. Good stuff.
Crooked River creating a bigger spread there, with sitting at 62 points, Jets at 34.
Looks like Dolly Effect is going to be our next jammer for Rochester. And Sweet and Sour for Crooked River.
Oh, look at that, already through. Nice lead jam there for Rochester. Crooked River through on an initial pass. Dolly lined up and ready to score. Yes,
Gets through and calls off the jam right away.
$65-38 up there on the scoreboard. Space Kitty wearing the star for Rochester, and Hello Gritty for Crooked River.
Rhyming jammers. Appreciate a good rhyme.
Our first shout out of the day is to Aaron Woodward. Where's Aaron? Aaron's over there somewhere. This one is from your daughter. It says, "I love you. You're a great NSO." Woohoo! That's adorable. Just a reminder that shout outs are available at the merch table for $1, and don't forget to get your duck for Chuck-a-Duck.
some deliberation going on in the middle of the track.
I hear there's going to be a pretty slammin' after party at Dairy Queen.
I'm all about that. Bring the old DQ.
Can I hear it for Blizzards? Anyone in here a Blizzard fan?
Who loves the Blizzard? All the skaters are like rocking it like, yeah, we love the Blizzards. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, Jammer for Rochester loves Blizzards. We would be remiss not to mention our tape crew out there looking for looking for little breaks in the tape, keeping our skaters safe.
I guess I'm gonna have to get a name.
We do have an announcer sitting here in the box looking for an announcer name. We did not even introduce ourselves, so shame on us. I am Cherry Bomb. I'm one of your announcers today. And we also have No Name announcer sitting here next to us. Any announcing name ideas that you have?
I don't know. I gotta think about that. I'm feeling like I need one though, so if anybody wants to recommend one, I'm okay with that.
We need a little help, folks. We got to call him something other than Banshee's dad. Hey, does anyone out there know why frogs are so happy? It's because they eat whatever bugs them.
Oh.
Rochester Jammer's my favorite, supporting everything. What do you call a factory that makes okay products?
I don't know.
A satisfactory.
Ooh.
All right, we had a review called by Rochester looking to get a late whistle call on that. Head ref has decided the whistle is the whistle. They have lost their review. But the game is back on. I know these kids are out there. They're ready to play, ready to skate. Hello, Gritty against Space Kitty. All right there, Gritty. Or no, that's Space Kitty.
Kitty. Little Gritty trying to take it to the outside, but Space Kitty now coming up on the back of the pack, leaning down and working on the inside.
Look at that toe stop work out there by Space Kitty on the inside, but Gritty through with an initial pass.
Crooked River wall is giving a little fight there.
Given Stitches out there doing a nice job with some blocking, with a little assist from the team. Gritty getting down low, ready to score a couple of points. Oh, nice spin move there by Gritty on the inside line, scoring 4
Very
for
nice.
Crooked River. Kitty being held on the inside. Do have one Rochester skater and a Crooked River skater reporting to the box, so we have 3-on-3 out there with walls. Great defensive moves out there by both of these teams, containing these fast jammers.
That Rochester wall working really hard with Among Us.
Oh, I see Vigilante in that wall as well. Wookie with another run back there to the outside. Oh, looks like some points were scored there. Let's see what we've got. Oh, we've got 2 points scored in that last bit there by Rochester.
Next jam set up. Bramble for Crooked River. Cat Castle for the Jets. Walls are tightened up.
Jammers too ready to roll out there.
And here we go.
It's always been, I thought, a great jammer strategy there to scoot back and forth so the walls don't know where you're going to try to bust through. Nice hop on the inside there.
Both
Let's see who
jammers.
ended up with lead. Rochester. It becomes a race to the back of the pack. Wow, look at that leap there by Bramble. Nice juke move and then some quick speed from number 6 getting through the pack.
Jets have Maddie out as their next lead jammer. Sweet and Sour picking up the star helmet for Crooked River.
Among Us, High Risk, Space Kitty, and one more Rochester blocker out there. That's Vigilante skating for Rochester, but Crooked River through on the initial pass as lead jammer. Sweet and Sour scoring 4 points there. But Maddie through on an initial pass, ready to score some points for Rochester.
Looks like Misty Step is headed to the box.
I like Sweet and Sour steps through the wall. Big choppy steps through the wall.
Giving stitches is giving stitches.
Maddie through scoring 4 for Rochester in this jam. Sweet and Sour with some quick work to the outside line.
Very nice. Maddie trying to make it through on the inside, and does.
We might be down to 1 Crooked River blocker out there. Is it just 1? Sweet and Sour, though, skating on through. Oh, 2. We have 2 Crooked River blockers out there.
She sneaks through.
Want to hand it to Crooked River blocking as a 2-wall. No easy task. Look at them out there.
No, that's definitely a tough one.
Now we have Stitches rejoining the wall. But Maddie's like, I got to go.
Sweet and Sour working the catch-up. Defensive lines resetting here. And there's the jam.
We've seen a few 2-minute jams so far in this game. 10 minutes left in the first half. Strawberry Pound Cake and Dolly Effect up on the line next.
Both teams working really hard this first half. Lots of solid defense.
I have seen a lot of solid defense. I've seen some really cool offense out there too, helping our jammers get through. Dolly Effect lead jammer, but Pound Cake right on their tail.
Getting
Crooked
bunched
River.
up in the field, and Strawberry Pound Cake comes out.
Crooked River showing some strong defense out there. Dolly, though, showing a lot of tenacity, working their way through just one little bit at a time. Nice run back there by the Rochester pivot. And Crooked River jammer called off on a penalty, so it'll be a power jam.
Star Crusher Skull headed to the bench.
Power jam as lead jammer is really where you want to be in a game.
And Pound Cake headed to the bench too. Dolly Effect working her way around.
Crooked River down to a 3-wall. Let's see if Rochester team can help their team get through, score a few more points.
Ooh.
Nice little toe steps there on the inside. Rochester calls off that jam with just a few seconds left. Able to put some points up there on the board there, now up to 66. Crooked River has called a timeout. That gives us just a little bit of time to catch our breath. It also leaves me time for another bad joke.
I have one ready too.
Oh, go for it.
You first.
All right. Why did the Scarecrow win an award?
Why did the Scarecrow win an award?
Because he was outstanding in his field.
Oh. You're getting applause for that one. That's pretty good.
Rochester's appreciated these jokes, and I appreciate that.
Mine's not so much a joke as an observation. I realize that I only get sick on weekdays.
Why is that?
Because I have a weekend immune system.
Oh my goodness. One of my teenagers has that as well.
I figured that would go over well just in general. All right. Are we back at it?
We are back at it. That timeout being over. Crooked River is taking the track. Rochester already set up out there, ready to go. Sweet and Sour and Among Us wearing the stars for their teams.
And here we go. Sweet and Sour jumps out from the outside and is your lead jammer.
Oh, Among Us, though. Among Us is through. Nice little dance hops there on the outside to get through that track. Sweet and Sour. Nice job out there scoring that 4 points, calling off the jam, holding Rochester at 66.
Those quick steps were something. Felt like I needed to get up and quick step with them. Looks like Daily Effect and Hello Gritty are our next jammers.
Gotta hand it to these jammers. They've been doing a lot of jams.
They have. And here we go.
Dolly, first one to move there as soon as that whistle was blown, and will be your lead jammer.
Dolly likes that move to the inside. And there she does it. Oh,
Nice
almost
leap,
got
though,
through
there on
again.
the inside. Big run back, though. Was that by Glitter? Sweet and Sour through on an initial pass. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Hello Gritty on an initial pass. You called it Dolly through on the inside once again.
Calls it off.
Briny Spears out there hitting the track, ready to lay some tape.
I like a good pickle joke. That's a good pickle joke.
Cat Castle and Bramble wearing the stars for their teams. Cat Castle has some really fast lateral moves there. But it'll be Bramble through with an initial pass as lead jammer. Cat Castle's got big crossovers. Whoa,
Jump
look
right
at
through and comes out to
that. Very
lead.
cool. It's always a good feeling when you score points against the lead jammer.
Cat Castle making their way to the back of the pack, up and through.
All right, Cat Castle.
That little inside to outside move was beautiful.
Bramble wanting to tie up that score, or at least the score in that jam before calling it off. Good thinking.
That was a nice move by Cat Castle, that outside to inside thing.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Sweet and Sour and Maddie, our next jammers.
Cat Castle from jamming to blocking. Maddie choosing to push right up through the middle, and that pays off.
Quite a move there.
Sweet and Sour through on an initial pass, coming around to score. Crooked River Wall holding on to each other, getting low, maintaining control of the jammer. Nice offense out there from Rochester.
Nice move by Sweet and Sour, that little zig and zag there. Spin move.
Jammer knocked down and out on the outside line, run back by Glitter. Oh, Glitter's got some cool skates on there. Space Kitty and Strawberry Pound Cake wearing the stars.
Getting some love over there. I like that.
Who do we have on our Crooked River Wall right there? Is he giving stitches? Cookies out there blocking. Strawberry Pound Cake already through on a lead jam. Crooked River Wall down to 3 defenders. Space Kitty sneaking through on an initial pass. Strong work there by our Crooked River jammer, Strawberry Pound Cake. Oh, look at Space Kitty though, through on the inside. Cat Castle sweeping right from the penalty box all the way into blocking, knocking that jammer out of bounds.
That was a smooth move. That Rochester wall really giving a hard time. Strawberry trying to get through. High risk given the block.
Cookie doing a nice job too, maintaining control of the Rochester jammer there for a moment. Both jammers through though and scoring. About 30 seconds left in this jam. Space Kitty being contained by that strong Crooked River Wall. Strawberry Short Pound Cake coming around to score again. Steps through the inside, but is knocked out by number 3-0 from Rochester. That was Vigilante.
Pound Cake working that inside. Wow, what a move.
Jammers skating quickly from the outside to the inside, could sometimes split up that wall just enough to get them through.
Rochester has Dolly Effect back out on the track with that star.
See Wookie out there. Wookie mistake.
Wookie mistake.
Wookie doing a little bit of juking to get through the line, but gets caught up again. Dolly just pushing through the middle.
Both defenses working really hard there, and Dolly gets, almost through.
Almost through that Bramble up there up top. Wookie knocked to the outside and run back.
Dolly's out in front.
Dolly with our lead jammer. Wookie working hard at the lateral moves, just not quite enough to split up that pack.
Dolly sneaks through on the inside for another 4. Barf bag headed to the bench there.
Dolly through scoring again, doing a nice job here for Rochester, catching them up a little bit on some points. 2-0 for Crooked River.
Dolly makes that move to the inside and gets around.
Dolly's new derby name is Dolly to the inside.
Wookie mistake. Another little juke move there. Rochester's defensive line giving Wookie a bit of a time.
Yeah, he had a little bit of offense there from Bramble just a moment ago. Wookie showing a lot of tenacity out there, though. Hasn't slowed down a bit, just diligently working their way through.
No, Crooked River's defense holds Dolly up. She finally calls off the jam.
That looks like that's going to lead us into our intermission, about 15 minutes long. Please don't forget to stop, grab a chuck-a-duck, make a shout out. You know why I don't trust stairs?
Why don't you trust stairs?
Because they're always up to something.
Ooh, I can get down with that.
We just got fired.
You know, I seriously think I landed on the name. I think I landed on my name.
What's your name?
My broadcast name is going to be Repeater.
Repeater.
Well, yeah, I'm Peter during the day, and then I get up here, and it's like, I'm Repeater.
I think that's perfect.
What do you think?
I love it.
You work? Okay. If you can work with that, then I guess we'll go with that.
That's really good. Looks like Refugee is ready to get this game rolling. Jets reporting to the track first, followed by Crooked River.
And those solid defenses coming back out again. Sweet and Sour and High Risk are going to be our jammers for the start of this second half. And there's Molly. Hi, Molly. And here we are.
First whistle of the second half. Sweet and Sour through that pack first, but does get held up just a little bit. Not long enough, though. We have our first lead of the second half.
It's a nice spin move to get out in front. High Risk working her way on the inside there. Sweet and Sour breaks through the pack. 4 points.
Sweet and Sour ducking down, going through the outside, pushing through the middle, doing all the jammer things in one jam. Through on that inside.
Crooked River D holding up. Keeping High Risk back. Wookie with that little sneak. Sweet and Sour calls off the jam.
We have a shout out here to all of Crooked River Roller Derby from Crazy Cat. Good luck, everyone.
Hello Gritty and Cat Castle gonna jam this next round. And here we go.
Hello Gritty choosing the inside line. Is that Cat Castle?
Yeah, Cat Castle
going up the
looking
middle.
for that inside line too. Nice move by Gritty.
Yeah, Gritty did a little spin move there through
Yep.
in the end, but Cat Castle now has passed by our lead jammer. Oh, look at that, skating from the in to the out, dancing on the line.
And Gritty gets through.
Cat Castle with a nice little apex hop there, but did not go back quite far enough and will be called off the track. We have a power jam now with Hello Gritty. Hello Gritty being our lead jammer. Hello Gritty giving Crooked River just a moment for some offense there, and it pays off. Gritty doing a nice job to look at the bench to see what they'd like her to do. Nice offense there, breaking up that wall.
Little juke move by Hello Gritty and out in front again. 4 points.
Crooked River showing great awareness there, realizing that the Rochester jammer is out of the penalty box.
That defensive line is something. Glitter and Misfit. Cookie throwing a block here. Killjoy.
Yeah, Crooked River really just kind of reforming again and again up at the top. Great jam here for Hello Gritty.
Tacking on some points. And the jam is called off.
Bramble and Among Us wearing the stars for their teams. Rochester Wall taking the jam line there. Crooked River up on top. One jammer to the inside, one to the out, but it'll be Bramble through on lead. Among Us taking advantage of a small pile up to see if they can get through.
Might have a injury on the track here. Officials timeout. Barf bags up, rolling back to the bench.
Good eyes there by our referees, able to see that and call off that jam.
Definitely got shook up on that play.
Okay, that rolling whistle means that we need some skaters out on the track. Sweet and Sour jamming against Among Us.
Every time I see Among Us, I want to sing, "Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious." I can't help it. And we're off. Sweet and Sour making that move through the middle and gets to the outside, and there's your lead jammer.
Among Us almost through that Crooked River wall. One more to get through. There we go. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
See? It's addictive.
4 points up on the board there from Sweet and Sour as Among Us comes up in the back of the pack.
Trying to get through that Crooked River wall and can't quite get through. Resetting the wall. Glitter calling for that reset of the wall. Among Us finally gets out there, but we've got Sweet and Sour continuing to rack up the points. And through that pack again. Sweet and Sour with another 4.
Among Us right behind.
You want to sing it. I saw you.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Nice job there, Among Us. Through on the inside. Sneaky, sneaky.
And the jam is called off. Have a shout out to Killjoy from the fam. Killjoy holding the line, stopping the chaos and making blockers look cool. One hit at a time. We see you out there. Go Killjoy. Got Dolly Effect and Cookie on this next jam, and here we go.
Cookie playing it safe and going back on the inside line. Oh, Dolly Effect is our lead jammer. Cookie with just one more blocker. Oh, there goes another blocker, but not enough to stop Cookie.
Dolly Effect being very successful with that move on the inside when they're jamming.
Cookie almost through on the outside, but recycled back. Cat Castle slowing down our jammer there, but Cookie is through to score another 4. Dolly on the outside and then calling off that jam. Strawberry Pound Cake coming out to that track, being the first one out there. Maddie will be wearing the star for the Jets. Jam is on. Maddie looking for that hole there. Going, oh, it's
Pound
Strawberry
Cake goes
Pound
to
Cake.
that inside. Wow, what a move. And Pound Cake out in front.
It looks like Pound Cake kind of baited them there to the outside and then did quick work through the inside. Maddie out on an initial pass, ready to score.
That Crooked River line with Killjoy out there. Looks like Bramble's out there too. Holding Maddie, pushing outside and recycling her.
That's, I think, the second or third time this jam that I've seen Pound Cake kind of bait to the out and then take the in.
Pound Cake making that move to the inside too. Chasing Maddie down. Here we go. Up and through.
Pound Cake down on the out and will take themselves back before coming back in. Bramble looking for a big run back on the Jets jammer. Jets defense needed to let Pound Cake go as a no pack was called.
Nice move. Maddie recycled on that outside line. And the jam is called off.
Seen a lot of long jams in this game. I couldn't do it.
I'd be tired. They're all looking good though. Everybody's got their energy still on.
Cat Castle wearing the star there for the Jets, and Sweet and Sour for Crooked River.
218 to 137 right now in favor of Crooked River. And here we go.
All right, Cat Castle sneaky on the inside there, but followed right away by Sweet and Sour. Both skaters showing a lot of speed coming around the track. Rochester deciding to take the top. And the jam is called off.
Cat Castle's been fun to watch. Lots of real sneaky moves, both as a jammer and as a defense.
Indeed.
Really, really sharp, smart, slick play. And we got Hello Gritty and Space Kitty on the next jam. We see you dancing out there. And the jam is on.
Hello Gritty will be lead jammer for Crooked River. Space Kitty through, but then caught up on the top. Looks like someone's being called off. There we go. We do have a penalty on the Crooked River side, bringing the wall down to 3. Will that be enough for Space Kitty? It sure will. Oh, both walls out there with only 3 blockers. Let's see what they can do.
Space Kitty making that move to the inside.
Hello Gritty doing a big swoop to the out, but knocked out of bounds by Among Us. Space Kitty being contained by that little Crooked River 3 wall there. Oh, now a 4 wall.
Cookie and Misty stepping, throwing some hips. Misfit in there too. That Crooked River wall's been tough.
Space Kitty, here comes Space Kitty around, scoring another 4. Gritty dipping in, dipping out. Space Kitty being contained by Glitter on the inside. Ooh.
And Among Us headed to the box.
I like the way Gritty just took that little bump and turned it into a spin.
Slick move.
Space Kitty scoring that last 4 just before the jam ends.
Both teams hanging tough here.
Makes me think of the New Kids on the Block. Oh, 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 oh.
think we're showing our age maybe a little bit when we're doing that, right? I don't know. Sweet and Sour and Dolly Effect, your next two jammers. Here we go. Sweet and Sour making that move to the outside, sneaks in with the juke on the inside, and there's your lead jammer.
Sweet and Sour shows a lot of speed out there on the track. Dolly Effect holding their own, pushing through the middle.
Crooked River Wall is giving her a hard time.
Hard to push on a 4-wall. All right, Dolly's through though. Initial pass for the Jets.
Looks like
we are on a power jam. We'll see if this power jam allows the Jets to put a few more points up there on the board. Jets did a nice job there trying to mix up the Crooked River Wall, but Crooked River just kept the focus.
It's like Brambles in the box.
Dolly
making that move to the outside. Sweet and Sour recycled and went on the inside and is now out and about.
I think Sweet and Sour just fit through like a 1-inch crack there.
I think you're right. Ooh.
Sweet and Sour playing it safe, coming back. Dipping through on the inside though.
That Castle move on defense was tough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cat Castle's been everywhere. Oh, nice little dip there by Sweet and Sour.
And there's the jam.
Crooked River defense doing a pretty great job keeping the score on the other side low. Cinnamon Spice jamming for the Jets. Strawberry Pound Cake for Crooked River. Maybe an official timeout.
Could be. I think while we're watching them do that, we'll do a couple shout outs here. This one is to Maddie from Scarlet. I miss you. Come home.
Oh no, you need to come home. Where have you been?
You're being summoned.
We have one out there for Strawberry Pound Cake. This one is from Jeremy. Awesome job jamming. I agree, Jeremy. Strawberry Pound Cake's been killing it out there.
Yep, second that. I got a shout out to Rocky and Spitfire from your tough team. Thank you for being great coaches. We are so grateful.
Aww.
Isn't that awesome? There's a little heart there at the end. Probably like one of these deals. Big love from there.
We have a shout out to Hari Styles from Space Kitty. Let's get ready to derby. Also, hope you feel better. Yeah, and let's get ready to derby.
Oh, here we go.
We have two like competing desserts there as jammers with Strawberry Pound Cake and Cinnamon Spice. Cinnamon Spice keeping that Crooked River Wall working, but we have Pound Cake out up top. Cinnamon Spice gliding through that outside line. Pound Cake scoring the first 4 of this jam. Wookie doing a little one-on-one blocking there.
Solid. Pound cake out and around again. Giving stitches, throwing some blocks. Very nice. Recycling cinnamon spice on that attempt on the outside.
Jets slowing down a little bit of the Pound Cake's trajectory, but Pound Cake does get through. Oh, Cat Castle almost catching them at the top. Have a star pass. Space Kitty back to being a jammer. Good block there. Was that number 64 on the Jets? Maddie. Strawberry able to hear their bench from halfway across the track and calls off that jam.
I'm always impressed when they do the trade-off of the star. Like they're trying to get it on while they're trying to skate around. It's like a walking and chewing gum thing for me. I don't know that I could do both. I'd be like, I either have to get the top done or just skate.
Right.
I don't know. Can't do both. Sweet and Sour and Dolly Effect on this next jam. Sweet and Sour made that move to the inside and now is in the middle of the pack trying to get through. Dolly Effect and Sweet and Sour neck and neck here.
Sweet and Sour showing those fast moves again. Dolly Effect working their way in the outside. Run back by Glitter.
Dolly's making that move to the inside. It's been her signature move when she breaks through. She gets through and she's calling it off. Some deliberation going on.
I think maybe they're thinking about whether or not that jammer got a penalty before calling off the jam.
Do you want me to call this one?
We have an official timeout.
What's that? Oh, it's to me? I think I can read that. Thank you. We're in an official timeout here for a minute. I'm going to do a shout out. This is to Crazy Cat, Cat Castle, Space Kitty, and Hello Gritty from Mr. Nibbles. The message is meow. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it's all, I get it. It's all cats. That's what it is. Right? That's what it is.
That's a lot of cats on there.
That's a lot of cats on there. That's what it is.
Last season, the kids had me reading words that I didn't know what they were, and I'd have to look them up on my phone first to make sure I could say them.
As long as you didn't have to find them in Urban Dictionary, you're probably pretty safe.
I was just sitting up here like an unk, you know? Oh, Mr. Nibbles. He's the shark mascot.
I got it.
Is Mr. Nibbles here right now? I thought I saw Mr. Nibbles earlier.
I saw Mr. Nibbles at halftime.
He's back in the aquarium. This next shout out is to Scarlett from Dolly. The shout out is, "You're doing good," with an exclamation point.
All right.
I believe we are going to be starting with 2 jammers in the box. Okay, perhaps at the end of that jam, both jammers were given a penalty, which means they both had to report, but if they sat down at the same time, they can get up at the same time. Both are still eligible for lead, and we do have a lead jammer there for the Jets.
Dolly Affect and Sweet and Sour both out there as the jammers.
Dolly being contained on the inside line over there by Given Stitches. We also have Crooked River Jammer being contained successfully by our Jets defense.
That Jets wall is really tough.
Dolly through at the top there as Sweet and Sour reports to the box. We're on a power jam for the Jets. Crooked River trying to take the top. Dolly bumped down on the inside, hops right back up though, and is right back in the jam, breaking through on the inside. Oh, is being reported off, called off to the penalty box. A little jammer, Rochambeau.
Sweet and Sour with that move on the outside. Turns on the Jets.
Sweet and Sour swooping past Crooked River, making contact with the Jets wall.
And they call it off.
Was that a whole 2 minutes already? It didn't feel like that to me, but I'll tell you what, I'm not the one out there skating.
I have nothing to add to that. I think you're right. That would be tough.
I'm getting winded just talking.
That's what I'm saying.
Gritty jamming for Crooked River. Starting on a power jam. Gritty looking
Gritty
for
with
little
an
help.
inside. Whoa.
Bump to the inside line there by number 4 or 5. That was a great block.
There's Dolly.
Dolly straight out of the box, straight into lead. See if Dolly could score a couple of points here before Gritty makes it around the track. Yeah, Dolly. Coaches say keep going. Dolly's going to keep skating.
Glitter, Wookie, and Kiliana trying to hold that Dolly back behind the wall.
Only 2 Jets out there running defense. One is Cat Castle. I think the other one is Space Kitty. Gritty taking a quick glance at the bench to see what the coaches say. Dolly decides to call off the jam. I got handed to Bramble. Bramble is always out there fast when it's their turn to jam next.
Not short on the dance moves either. Has plenty to spare.
Among Us joining Bramble out on the track. Bramble through, big step in through the inside to be declared lead jammer. Among Us trying a little bit of lateral action to split up that wall. Bramble through again. Among Us as well.
Both jammers pushing hard here. Those defenses are all locked up. Wall's waiting for that next pass. Bramble making that move to the outside and then back to the inside. And now back to the outside.
Making the move to the penalty box, I think.
After that.
Among Us is on a power jam. Among Us dipping low, maybe trying that bean dip to the outside. Ooh, one blocker at a time. Make your way through. 4 points for Among Us. Crooked River trying to take the top, but the Jets giving them a run for their money.
Bramble's back out.
Oh, look at that. Did you see that little apex hop there by Among Us?
Was solid.
Bramble not to be outdone. Cool spin move. Among Us will be hitting the pack first, followed directly by Bramble. Bramble does a little side swoop there.
Among Us trying that shake and bake, couldn't get past. Gets recycled, and that's the jam. It looks like the tape crew is out, which can only mean one thing. It's time for a shout out. This shout out goes to Glitter, number 7 from Kaylee. The shout out is Skibbity Rizzler. What is that? Oh, Batty, keep it up. Word.
That's what they were doing to me all last season. I didn't know what any of it meant. Cad Castle with those slick moves, little spins, little hops.
Cat Castle squeaks through.
Getting lead on the outside on an apex. Barf bag, is that barf bag out there being knocked to the outside, recycled back just a blocker or two.
Cat Castle eludes that little defensive move by Glitter there. Gets around for 4. I'll tell you what, Cat Castle, like on either side of the play, is just rocking it.
Maddie doing a nice job there with Space Kitty containing Crooked River Jammer. That Star Crusher Skull with a really nice block to the in and a run back. Cat Castle doing a little like swoop-de-doo, trying to sneak through the outside line, but is contained successfully.
Barf bag passing it off.
Star pass to, is that Sweet and Sour?
Looks like.
Sweet and Sour immediately putting on that speed. And Cat Castle is going to call off the jam. Oh, Strawberry Pound Cake also with the quick return to the jam line. High Risk will be donning the star for the Jets. Jam is on. Pound Cake versus High Risk. Misfit with some great one-on-one blocking there from against High Risk.
Both jammers having a hard time getting past the defense here to make a move of it.
Oh, sometimes all it takes is we need one of those blockers to be sent off to the box to allow a jammer to get lead.
Looks like Bash and Dash is in the penalty box there for Rochester. And Pound Cake. Headed back around.
Glitter out there, or no, I'm sorry, that is Stitches out there maintaining pack.
Pound Cake getting that end around again. 4 more points.
We see our Jets wall return to 4 blockers here in just a second.
Just under a minute left in the jam. Looks like Strawberry Pound Cake is headed to the bench now.
High risk on a power jam. High risk is putting the star back on, passing the star to Dolly. Dolly's putting on the star as they're working their way through the pack. All right, Dolly. There's an initial pass for the Jets.
Dolly making that approach on the inside.
Both jammers
toe work.
are on a scoring pass here. Pound Cake right out of the box, ready to score. Dolly may be able to put up, yes, another 4 points on the board before the end of that jam.
It was a hard-fought L2 bout. Great on offense, solid defense. Both teams playing really hard today.
Saw some really cool footwork from our jammers as well on both teams.
Absolutely.
Unofficial score right now, Crooked River with 307, Jets with 196, just waiting on our jam refs.
And while we wait,
okay, we do have did the unofficial score become official? I thought it did. Oh, yep, final score, Crooked River with 307, Jets with 196. Crooked River's gonna take a victory lap around the track. Please, head out to the track, stick your hand out, get a high five from these awesome skaters.
lots of athleticism on that L2.
And now we see the Jets also on a lap around.
Good work, everybody.
Among Us taking lead there of bringing their pack around, making sure to catch every hand on the way. Crooked River making that Derby Bridge of Love there for their Jets friends.
So these ones that are crossed out, they're not here. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Great time to check out that concession stand. Have yourself a snack out there.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves a treat.
What time are we coming back here for our level 3 game?
I believe it begins at noon.
Oh, at noon, okay. All right, we will see everyone at noon o'clock.
Fuel up for round 2.
I think they're probably going to do MVPs. Okay, yep, next game is going to be at noon, so you do have enough time to grab a snack while just waiting on those MVPs. it's a big decision at the end of the game, trying to decide who the most valuable blocker was, who the most valuable jammer was. So many different thoughts go into it.
A lot of folks on both squads definitely in consideration for those.
I don't know how they were going to choose in this game. I saw a lot of really great things out there today.
A lot of MVPs out there for sure.
If I could get that Rochester coach back here for just a moment. Rochester coach. Announcing those MVPs in about 10 seconds. I don't anymore. All right, announcing the MVPs for the Jets first. For our MVP, that's most valuable blocker, number 6, Kat Castle. Also for the Jets, our most valuable jammer, number 1616, Dolly Effect.
Now for your Crooked River skaters, your MVB, number 37, Misty Step. And your MVJ, number 999, Sweet and Sour. Congrats to all the skaters. Well played. We'll see you for the L3 here in about 15 or 20 minutes.
If you are playing in that L3 game, let's make sure as skaters you're out here ready for your warm-ups.
The way that was phrased. It's off. I gotta push the on button again. I don't even know where that is. Yeah. No, pretty good. Have you seen Tara? Find her one day. Okay. All right, thanks. All right.